know my niggas from the country, but we be flying out the country. My pockets on chunk, quarter ounce of the musty. Talking numbers with the trusty. I see you getting rusty. Busted baby looking busty. Heard them hating, that disgust me. Man, don't even discuss me. 1 week, 2 shows in it. One bag, 2 hoes in it. I ain't gotta lie to you. iPhone, new flows in it. Don't be tryna put your nose in it. I ain't gotta lie to you. New whip, burning weed in it. It be hard not to speed in it. I ain't gotta lie to you. Talk with a lot of emphasis. Like me, only difference is I ain't gotta lie to you. I know you're gonna learn to dig me. Cause I be poking at your kidney, your old nigga history. I do my thing, it ain't no mystery. She gon' ride it like she miss me. I'm moving like a let's make a toast, I'm getting tipsy. I'm tryna do it like Hov, tryna do it like Nipsey. And with that drama, they could miss me. Blue commas on crispy, her underwear misty. She said a nigga was her best friend. Baby girl, I ain't a freshman, just meet us at the West End. Was just some niggas from the West End. Till we learn to put our best in, we taking nothing less than 1 week, 2 shows in it. One bag, 2 hoes in it. I ain't gotta lie to you. iPhone, new flows in it. Don't be tryna put your nose in it. I ain't gotta lie to you. New whip, burning weed in it. It be hard not to speed in it. I ain't gotta lie to you. Talk with a lot of emphasis. Like me, only difference is I ain't gotta lie to you.
Alright, man. They know the hour. Back again like I never left. One time for your mother. Back in your motherfucking ass.
All right. We're pretty much ready to get going here. We're back at it for another day of RL1 no hit run attempts. So far, the current PB is still at just arriving at the Royal Capital, where I got hit by a trumpeter. So again, we're going in with hopes that we'll at the very least make it back to the same location, but always got to go in with a little bit of hope that we'll make it just that little bit farther each day, until we eventually, reach the end. I have no intention of stopping, no matter how many attempts it takes me, even if we close in on 100. Although I really don't hope it takes me anywhere near that. And last Last stream we just reached 20 attempts, so hopefully we at the very least start getting these resets to tick down a little bit here, just by getting a little bit further each time. So I'm just gonna go hop right into it. And if you're tuning in now, and you haven't tuned in before, I'm about to be skipping the grafted sign, which is why I've already moved it up in the splits to setup here. I can, if it's wanted, actually fight the grafted sign at RL1, but there's nothing I need from it, so it's just kind of a waste of time when it comes to the start of the run. And I like to cut down as much prep time as possible, just that we're spending more time fighting bosses rather than doing prep.
The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home.
You know, I grab that every single time I'm in here, and I don't actually know if it's necessary. I've never used it that I'm aware of. I do have to keep an eye on my mic aux audio. Someone pointed out to me last stream that I was experiencing a clicking issue, and I kept thinking it was the filter that I have for background noise crashing, and I was picking up background noise when it was in fact either the microphone audio or the mixer itself that seems to be having issues right now. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and if that persists, if that comes up at all during the stream, I'm going to have to just quickly switch to a different microphone source. And fortunately I have those ready, but I just prefer using this one. The audio is usually a lot more clean, and it's my preferred audio source, so hopefully it at least functions for the duration of the stream. If not, I am prepared for that at the very least. Last stream I ended up taking 2 hits I definitely was not suspecting or expecting. First one was against Godric. Pretty sure that was just me being a little cocky because I rolled into an attack that in any other circumstances I definitely would not need to roll into it. It's just to potentially get a earlier charged R2 than just waiting for his one slam technique. Went for it, mistimed the dodge a little bit and got smacked there. That ended the run. And then the second run, the last hit of the night came from the Knight's Cavalry. And that is the second time that has happened going for live runs. So far it's not really saved me much time when it comes to going for the Knight's Cavalry. I don't really need it as a source of experience because there are other sources I could use, or other sources of runes, not XP, because I won't be leveling up here. But yeah, there are other sources of runes that I could be using, ones that don't involve me having to deal with any kind of weird method of killing it, and no chances of me getting smacked just trying to like run past the thing. So I don't know, if it happens again, I'm probably gonna have to consider taking it off the run and going back to the dragon killing method. Like add like a minute or two to my preparation, but like have a safer preparation portion of the run here. Because like other people on this RL1 Serpent Hunter run, I have no intention of using the Bloodhound step. I feel like the new light roll is more than capable of handling what I need it to do. And I was pretty fine when it came to the light roll before the newest patch as well. It's the only real time I ended up using that, or would have needed to use it, was coming into the Crumbling Farm Azula, and I really don't think it would have been necessary, so just kind of decided to not have it originally, and now I'm considering going back to not having it just because it's ruined 2 of my runs so far. Fortunate thing is it doesn't even like throw off like the routing that much. It just means like means I stop and kill a dragon rather than stopping and try to lure a knight off a cliff. And it was humorous for the first few times, but now it's just kind of annoying because it's not always a guaranteed thing, because AI is supposed to prevent that. And like I said before, I have no intention of using Bloodhound Steps, so like it's not necessary unless I wanted it or needed it for experience. And with that dragon sitting over there, I don't. May throw it in on my next run just for like that additional runes, because that will be a leveled run, and you know that little bit of additional runes going for a little bit of additional levels going for a no-hit run never hurt anybody. Tends to help if anything. So when I'm back to doing level no-hit runs, then I'll probably toss it back in there, but I think today I'll be killing a dragon just so that I have less chance of weird prep shit happening. Still haven't had any actual need for this on the run, but I'm gonna keep grabbing it. Makes me feel better. Probably freak out if they actually followed me in here. It's never happened before. Yo, man, thanks you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Soul Graphics. Can't wait to change that audio sound. I keep taking the time to do this, like, little additions to the stream after the fact. And I only added the alert box overlays like 2 or 3 streams ago, but haven't updated the sound yet, and that catches me off guard.
Oh, what a blessed thug she is.
I definitely appreciate any like or follow coming from any of the stream sources I'm putting out there right now. I'm really just trying to establish the channel. I'm just getting started, and right now it's not even about money at all for me. I work another full-time job, and that takes care of my bills more than enough. So right now I've just kind of been doing this for the fun of it, trying to establish a little community, trying to relax and enjoy video games with with the fellow people online. So anyone checking out the stream early on and being here as I get things started, I really appreciate you being here. Also, finally took the time to go and set up more of a playlist. So now I have more than about 4 hours of music together that I actually enjoy, as opposed to last stream I only had about like an hour's worth of music put together. So I sat up for a few hours last night and during the day, and was just like, oh, this is a dope song. Just kept adding it to the playlist. Good mixture of different types of music on this one too. been a long while since I've actually been hit by those jellyfish, and I'd like to keep it that way. If you don't make that that little turn there right off the bat, they tend to smack you with that stream they shoot. I think it's blood. Never actually confirmed that. Pretty sure it's blood. Standing right next to the thing I want. Gotta wait there. More often than not, I can just run by things while I'm on torrent, but like, don't want to provoke shit that I don't need to go provoking. And yeah, as in any percent, I'm only going for like what I need to get this run done. Eventually down the line, after a few other runs, I will probably go back to RL1 to do an All Remembrance, but I have a feeling that after the RL1 any percent attempts, I'm gonna need a break from RL1 for sure.
My thanks, just give, and I'll pop. Don't dally, give it your all. Oh, that's well. Once again, I journey to and beyond, and upon this, I doesn't.
I have no need to keep talking to him. I just noticed there, like, what is it? I was playing another game yesterday where jump or executing commands was X, and that kind of just threw me off there because I went to hit X just to finish off the sequence there, and it's supposed to be triangle. Can't have that happening later on. That'll totally end a run for sure. This is why I'm supposed to be practicing on off days, and I've been slacking. Don't follow me. I think he's following me. Oh. Guess not. If they follow me in the room, I just have to go around that corner and like try to get them to stop at the edge there. And I've always got to pay attention behind me because I've already had one of the setup hits. Or two of them actually are from that catacomb there, so I've been a lot more what's the word? I've been getting hit a lot less there. Been more steady at making my way through. Consistent, that's the word I was looking for. Jesus. There's a few other things that I've got to do for this stream. I haven't actually contacted Team Hitless on the Discord yet, or on Twitch yet, as I probably should. Because I do already have a Hitless run, and that did get me on the team, but that was before I actually started doing Twitch streaming. So now that I'm actually doing Twitch streaming, I definitely want to get the team logo added to my page. If you're interested at all, that no-hit run is listed on my YouTube account, and I do believe I have that linked on my channel's about info. That one I went for, what is it, Falling Star Beastjaw no-hit run, and that was a level no-hit run. So my next step was clearly to just go straight for RL1. Next step after this is to do an all remembrance run, but I'm thinking it's going to be with a different weapon still. We're gonna keep it daytime, yeah, because like I said, I'm gonna do the dragon for 4 runes today, for the sake of buying everything. Past 2 days have had the Knights Cavalry hit me just while I'm trying to jump over the thing, so just for the sake of getting through setup and trying to be or trying to have some attempts at the later bosses here in the run, I'm gonna make a few more switches. I'm trying to ensure some more consistency through preparation here. Although, who knows, maybe after like one attempt at the dragon again, I'll literally just feel like, oh my god, this takes so long, and then go back to luring a knight off a cliff. But it really isn't the most appealing way of disposing of a boss. It is a little humorous the first few times you watch it, though. But I don't know, it's weird. I don't know exactly where his character model stops, because I'll just try to jump over him with Torrent sometimes and somehow just get launched back below the dude, and that's when he smacks me with an axe. It's weird. But it's every time I've made the attempt and actually lured him off the cliff, it's always taken like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times of trying to do it, especially since his, like, one of like the patches 2 or 3 patches ago was supposed to update most of these AIs, most of the bosses AIs, to prevent them from running off of cliffs. But this Knight's Cavalry still has some methods, and if you're curious, I could definitely show it to you. But yeah, it's definitely not something that should be happening, but it's something you can get to happen. And the Knight's Cavalry will get you about like 42k runes, and it'll also get you Bloodhound Step. But like I said earlier, I have no need for Bloodhound Step on this run, especially with the upgrade to the light roll. And it's super hard to be consistent with the Knight's Cavalry, since it's you basically corrupting the AI to do something it's not supposed to. So Believe it or not, one of my prep hits is from this beetle. It's really terrible to admit. Happened once during my my last run's attempt too, so hopefully we stick to the once per run and never have it happen again. Or yeah, once per run run style, I guess. But yeah, it's we're not super far into the prep here. What is it? We're about 20-30 minutes in, but not time you'd like to waste, especially if you would want a decent additional attempts, like more than one attempt in a day, and I only have like 4 hours to stream, so I like to be able to have as much time as I can for these attempts here.
Well, there's been a how can I? Have a safe.
Should it be nighttime? I don't think it needs to be. Pretty sure I'm used to doing this at daytime, but switch that up for this run. But pretty sure it does not need to be nighttime to get through here. If it does, I'm going to be very sad very shortly. No, we seem to be fine. Okay, yeah, they've definitely been throwing pots at me. I've apparently had my sound effects slow enough or background music high enough to where I never hear that. And that's kind of funny. The blood grease will make this go by a little bit quicker, but this still is like a 2-3 minute process. But you know, with the amount of attempts it usually takes me to do the Knight's Cavalry AI kill, this will probably only take like an additional minute and a half longer than if I were to do the Knight's Cavalry, so not much of a loss. Yeah, that's the one of the things. I'm definitely not focused on speed when it comes to just getting the run first off. I can work on speed as I like get more consistent with every part of it, but first things first, I need to get the run. Yeah, we'll be killing him just so that we can get runes for a bunch of items and to upgrade a weapon once we get it. And then as soon as this thing is dead, we'll be making a trip further south through Kaled to grab 2 additional sites of grace so that we can get to Fort Gale quickly. And so that we can get to Radon quickly when we get to that part of the run. Should be done any minute now. Any minute now. There we go. Moving on. Expected him to die a little bit quicker than that, honestly. If anyone comes in wondering, no, I didn't get hit, that's just from the me equipping Radagon's Sword Seal. Although I never really understood why that gives you damage when you first equip it. Maybe I didn't read all of the details, but like I thought that all that did was just increase the damage you took, but it seems to take a chunk of your life when you first put it on too, which is weird. Looking like it's still midday out. Bright as hell out here. Still hoping today is the day that I go into my break, still on my first run. That'll be a good sign of improvement because it hasn't happened yet. Keep getting like right there and then something weird happens, or I just get little overzealous or a little too anxious, and I take a hit that I otherwise don't feel I should be taking. Because usually I'll do a practice attempt. If I take a hit on a boss on any of these runs, I'll do a quick little practice attempt on that boss to just see if that issue persists, or see if I'm able to clean it up. And more often than not, I'm able to. And sometimes it does actually show me that, oh, I've definitely gotten rusty. Because sometimes I come into these runs having only, like, just practiced these bosses, like, a day or two ago. And then sometimes I come in, having practiced these bosses, like, 2-3 days, maybe 4 days ago. And,
to determine if you had. It seems
you start losing a little bit of your consistency at that point. That's for sure.
Very well.
So it comes down to a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill at that point. So yeah, at this point I can start hitting up all the merchants I would typically hit up on the run, and really the only thing that changed was honestly not like the boss that I used to get the runes here. That's really the only thing that changed there. I kept the route up until this point pretty much exactly the same. Cable from my controller keeps making contact with the cable from the mic there, and it's just like stopping me from moving. A little weird. So far, today's mic audio has been functioning properly. If at all you start hearing some clicking noises from my mic or any type of audio like that, please let me know. It's a known issue I'm dealing with, and it has something to do with either my mic or my mixer, and I can easily adjust that and fix that situation. Just it's not always that I catch it right away, and I don't want it to persist in the stream for like 2-3 minutes before I notice.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble. You done? Well, yeah. You're a tarn, and I can also that you're not then. Why? I am Carl.
So I'll buy a little bit more arrows.
Goodbye. Oh, gee. You might. Are you here as a customer? Oh, I'm afraid I'm. You're near surprised, no matter. Why don't you? Oh, but don't.
Yeah, rest till nighttime now that I have everything. I never check to see what Milano wants to talk about there. I honestly have no idea. I'm sure I've seen it before on my regular playthroughs, because I played this game through regularly before I started to do anything crazy like no hit runs here. But I've since forgotten. Kind of need that. Yep, still kind of need that. Alright, there you go. Always gotta be careful here too, because it's always possible to wake up that rune bear, and you never want to fuck with a rune bear on a no-hit run. It's just shady. Unless you're doing like an all enemies no-hit run, then to USA, all power to you, you crazy bastard. Good luck. My Apple Watch always wants to send me like 20 notifications whenever I'm streaming. I've had a demi-human here end a run. Ah, I found you. Oh, are you trying to find my stream today or something? Glad you've made it by, though. Nah, I just found you. Oh man. Don't know why I'm missing this so much. I'm glad you made it by. We're almost done with prep here. Messing up on a very stupid part here. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. Alright. Like, I swear I know what I'm doing. I swear. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. Oh jeez. True boss, yeah, for sure. There we go. Jesus Christ. Should not have taken that long in any way, shape, or form. I think my buddy jinxed me. brought it up to me the other day that every time he comes over there to try that move right there, he gets caught and eventually gives up. And I'm like, oh, I've been getting it like first or second try lately, and then this happens.
Bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The 30 is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it. Cause bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The 30 is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it. Why you be
See, sometimes I know what I'm doing. Sometimes.
I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune on flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe, and 40 on 50 is really the time. Why is you all on my phone like you want me, like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side? I don't know if you bitches are thinking I'm
Honestly, that's a way cleaner method than what I used to do for that guy. Used to be all Scarlet Rot all the time.
I've been missing, I needed some personal time. Fuck all the pictures, the I don't what you did. I'm staying inside. Cause bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling.
It is definitely debatable whether I know what I'm doing or not, though. Don't let me lie to you. Hey man, all power to you. I probably don't know what I'm doing. It's probably shown by the resets, honestly. Providing evidence. Your statement was top notch. What is it, syrup? Not sure what that means, to be perfectly honest. Alright, what else do I need here? I do eventually still need to make a trip back over here, but I don't need to worry about that right now.
What are you looking, John Stars? Show me, and I'll consider parting. I'm not in love with it. You're a shrewd one, Chief.
I appreciate you adding to the chat, nonetheless, though.
Remind me
Glad you were able to find the stream.
all right, things know your bloody eye.
Almost done with the setup here, and I will be heading to Volcano Manor shortly. Just got this left to do. And then I've just got to make my run over to Altus Plateau. Little underthrown. Honestly, if anything, I probably would have said making my way downtown, but I've never had any real intentions of going on to Ohio, though.
I must have them. Oh yes, thank you, kind. Did I forget? I see. You are very to study such keys. Brave Tarn, most time. Are you on the volcano?
Is the Volcano Manor a lot like Ohio? I do have friends out in Florida, and a few coworkers out there. So far from what they tell me, they're not in the vicinity of what's going on right now. But yeah, man, hopefully you don't have any friends or family out there either. Shit's crazy. Fortunately for my coworkers, our company is actually helping them stay at a hotel during the duration of the storm too. So that's pretty beneficial to them. But yeah, my friends are not in the storm area, so that's really good. Most of my family's in Cali. They just deal with forest fires and earthquakes. What? Oh man, I mean, there's definitely jokes that could be made, most likely, but I don't know if right now is the time. Not when we were talking about people dealing with hurricanes and natural destruction. There's probably other states that could probably benefit from going on that website. Hey, well, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope to see you again. Enjoy your pork belly.
about. Take my hand. Give me your. I will.
Alright, finally about to arrive at the Volcano Manor. Still got a mix of physic, and I've still got to do a few upgrades at the Round Table Hold. But after that, I should be able to press on to fight the Godskin Noble and hopefully get further into the run today.
Brave time. I am Tanit Rias, a warrior. Perhaps you will you join YX rise with us. Interesting. Now you belong. The drawing room, but be sure.
Who are you? What in heaven?
We'll be coming back to him later
Hope you understand.
once we've dealt with Margit,
Well,
so that we can
not
get
before
Assassin's
you
Gambit.
consider-
I believe this torch actually scares away the snails, but I mainly just use it because I'm afraid of the dark. A little scaredy cat. He tried to push me. I think someone just threw a pot too. Alright, now I just gotta wait for this snake to go by. Most of the time when I come over here, he's usually around that corner over there, but finally slowed me down. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm not experiencing what I was experiencing a lot of on Saturday, a lot of dropped frames, and so far I haven't really been dealing with the mic audio issue. No one's pointed it out, and I haven't really caught it, so hopefully it stays that way for the remainder of the stream, because I'd rather not deal with that. Ooh, looking close that time. I would truly hate for my run to end at Godskin Noble, but it's happened before. It's happened plenty of times on my previous run attempts. So far, I haven't run into a lot of failures when it comes to Godskin Noble. So far in my my 9 days streaming on Twitch here. Hopefully it stays that way. Oh yeah, I gotta mix that physics still. Can't forget that. It's crucial. Crucial for this fight and pretty much for every fight from here on out. Ah, shit. Okay, so yeah, I still gotta hit up the Table of Lost Grace too. Gotta upgrade some weapons and apply some Ashes of War, and then I'll just be able to run straight into that build or into that fight. Over here.
You're a new friend, no matter loud you're up.
I know what was throwing me off there. I'm used to seeing Bloodhound stuff there, even though I like literally never use it. But because I decided not to do the Knights Cavalry this time, I don't actually see it. So it's like, wait, feels like I'm missing something. Turns out I'm not. I will actually pause the music for this fight just because I want to be able to hear everything going on. And a good amount of these songs that I have on this playlist do pick up in sound and in pace, so ruins my focus sometimes. Usually I like to have the actual in-game music playing for the bosses for Margit on anyway. Just adds to the focus a little bit and you know, keeps with the feeling. A lot of what I've got playing is usually some kind of like hyped up shit, so works to some extent, but not when you're like not always fitting for a boss battle. Oh my gosh. Just trying to like slightly move this over, but since I always have my, I think my sensitivity is still at like 8, 7 or 8. I think it's 8 though. So like I just try to move it like a sliver and it's always just like flying across the screen. Kind of makes precise shit like this a little difficult sometimes. But usually I'll just sit here and fiddle with it until I get it right. Shit. Really close. Oh no. I'm fucked. Son of a bitch. Ugh. I still had an opportunity after that first sleep pot didn't proc. and I thought I could like clean it up there, but as soon as I did an additional 4 hits and still did the unsheathed and didn't get the stagger to proc, it was pretty much game over there, especially with the corner I was in. There was nowhere to hide from that roll. God damn, dude. So yeah, that means I'm gonna have to give it a reset, unfortunately. Literally just said I was feeling a bit more confident when it comes, like, every time I say this, every time I seem to jinx myself, and I say shit like, oh, I'm feeling more confident when it comes to, these bosses, then I get to there on the run, and I get fucked up. It's a little upsetting, honestly. But, still got a good amount of time left in the night. We'll be making another solid attempt here. And we don't have break for at least another 46 minutes. So that means we will be going straight in for another go here. And yeah, if you didn't catch it earlier, I'm going to skip Grafted Scion, which is why I've already put it on setup, just to save time for this setup here. That way we can potentially get to later game bosses here. But yeah, that was the worst possible RNG situation. Anytime Godskin Noble backs up on you, when you've thrown that sleep pot and you start running in, usually means that the first sleep pot you've thrown isn't gonna proc sleep on him now. He needs to stand perfectly still when you start running at him and you've already thrown the sleep pot, which is usually why I'm finicking around so much with the location of that strike for that or with the location of my my shot with the bow. That way I guarantees that the Godskin Noble won't, back up like that and it'll actually proc. So I must have aimed it a little bit too high. It's usually the scenario when that happens. If you aim it too high, he reacts to the fact that he's about to get hit with it and he backs up. Meanwhile, if you throw it a little bit shorter, usually he'll just stand there and he'll try to make an attempt at hitting you on your way up more often than not. Sometimes no, but ran into the worst possible RNG scenario there where he backs up, and even still thought I could pull that through, but the amount of time in between that first pot recovery and by the time he went down from the second one, left him with too much time to recover his poise. So like, unless I did like a full 5-hit strike, I don't think I was gonna break his stamina there, or break his poise there, and that's what fucked me up. Because I could have tried to play that out, but I would have also needed to be not in that terrible fucking corner that I was in, because there was nothing to hide behind for that fat roll, and he just keeps going. Even if he didn't just hit me like immediately, he would have just kept going until he got my ass. It's always upsetting coming back here, because I really do think I'm capable of getting later into the run, and it's not something I like to show off, having early resets, because Godskin Noble is definitely early when it comes to resets. Like resetting at the capital, not so big a deal when it comes to my mind, although it does eat up a shit ton of time. But early hits like Godskin Noble, Margit, or anything on setup, like after a certain amount of tries towards this run, definitely starts to hurt a bit more than other hits. Like I'd definitely be more satisfied taking a hit to Godric than I would Godskin Noble.
Have you heard they serve it you? I can play the role turning to 80.
Let's be honest, this
of the earth.
unless you're trying to learn how to
Summon me. I bequeath
set up for a run like this,
summon torrent.
this earlier section of the run is not too exciting. So when it comes to streaming this part, it's not something I would like to have be regular in my stream. I'd prefer to at least have it be like, you know, 2.5 hour attempt, and at that point I know for a fact I can't do another run, so the rest of the stream is either variety souls or no hit practice or variety game. One fortunate thing about this being early in my streaming career here is it is completely non-profit, so it's only when I want to do it and only what I want to do. If I was trying to make a living off of this, I would definitely have to be a little bit more precise in what I played, because then it'd be all about views, all about followers and subscriptions. This is, I'm just trying to you know, establish a solid community and have some people around to enjoy the games that I'm playing with me. So that means I'm able to do variety whenever I feel like it, and a plan of mine is to definitely be playing God of War Ragnarok when that comes out. I hope to be doing that day one release. I already have I have every form of console: PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC now. So when Ragnarok comes out, I'll be able to play that on my PlayStation, and I just got to make sure I set up the stream properly, because I do want to stream day one blind runs of that, as well as like challenge run of it, because I do want to be doing it on the highest difficulty off the bat. And then another game like that would be Forspoken, which I've been looking forward to quite a bit. That one keeps getting pushed off. Same with Sons of the Forest, which is another game I've been looking forward to this year. Both of those, I believe, were supposed to originally come out in March this year, and are now like now both either February or March releases, I think, at this point of next year. So one thing is, I don't want to be taking like a month, 2 months trying to get this run, because when those games come out, I do want to be streaming them as well. So I really hope the majority of my attempts here aren't me sitting in the starter prep portion of the no-hit run. And I hope it doesn't take me forever. So for this attempt, it's likely that we will probably be arriving either around this general location where Rye is at, or hopefully, if we're quick enough about it, over at the Volcano Manor by the time we go on the break. And that way, at the very least, we'll be able to come back and just be going straight for bosses from there on out. And after that point, if I take a hit that late in the stream, I don't know if I'll end up doing another attempt tonight or not. Really, all of this is kind of like playing by ear. If there's enough time left in the stream still, like about an hour, usually I like to do boss practice. If the hits I've taken haven't completely mentally drained me. But at the same time, if we're like 30 minutes left in the stream, or like an hour and a half left in the stream, it's a lot of time, or hour and a half's a lot of time to be trying to fill with boss practice. Even though I could probably use up that entirety of the time, but it is quite a bit of time to be using up. But it's always a rough decision because, like, I know for a fact an hour and a half isn't enough time for the total of another run, so I never like going for another attempt at that point. And sometimes after a certain amount of boss practice on stream, I'm just kind of like, alright, well, not only just boss practice, but the additional attempts. After a certain point, I'm just kind of like, alright, I just need to chill for the day and let everything process. Try to understand what went wrong. Pretty certain my dog's lurking by my chair right now. Oh yeah, she's right behind me. Oh man, yeah. Just would like a good run. Definitely believe in my heart that I'm more than capable of, at the very least, getting to the capital without trouble. Gold free has a good amount of chance of causing me the best or the most trouble when it comes to getting there. Radon I usually feel pretty good about. Godskin Noble, unless that little bit happens there and he just kind of like stalls out the stagger, I'm usually pretty good when it comes to that. Same with Margit. And I practiced Godric again just before the stream just to make sure that that wasn't an issue. So I'm really just looking forward to having at least maybe a run get to fucking Fire Giant. Like, Fire Giant has a lot of potential of screwing me over, so I wouldn't be too hurt if he fucked up my run. The rest of this shit, unacceptable. Okay, Lee. At least once a stream, my dog just feels like being super needy and just lingers by my chair until I like pick her up. So as soon as I hit a site of grace here, I'm gonna pick her up and at least put her back on the couch so that she's not at risk of getting run over by my chair here. Yeah, let me do that real quick. She'll probably send me send me to the round table early, but it's fine. Kaylee. Come here. So yeah, this little monster is what's lingering by my chair, looking for some attention right now.
To endure this long and arduous path. It seems
She's a little brat,
were
little
unfair.
attention whore.
Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hall, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace. Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
We'll not have anything we need to be buying anything from the round table hole just yet, so I gotta immediately just go right back to where I was. Just a quick little protein shake to keep me going.
Can you hear me? Help me! Oh, my star! I am peace. My thanks. Just give, and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all. Oh, that. Well, once again, I am beyond upon this. I doesn't.
I think the worst part about getting hit at Godskin Noble is it's basically like the final step of prep. So to basically finish prep and then get sent back to the start of prep is heartbreaking. I'm not sure, it's pretty straightforward as long as you aim that first pot right. But I overthrew it just a tad, it seems. Oh, he's chasing. That ain't good. Shit. Holy fuck, that would have been terrible to have another run end already. That was like moments away. I didn't even know that dude had a flame pot. Holy shit. Would have been the third time I've gotten hit in that catacomb. Because that dude's always doing random weird shit.
Like he happening. Go with it, just give him estimates. Summer sauce for my Benjamins. I got what you need, baby. Skirt the Chevy, make a scene, baby. LABB been the team, baby. Big Papa word the G, baby. Look, labs till I'm finished. Had a handful of lemons through the hand. Got a bag, now the hands in the business. For my hand, it's a ticket. Talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. I've been playing with the minutes that they been should've gave. And I'm flipping every digit that they been should've paid. Had to find a way to get it. No, this isn't what you made. If I ever wanna dip, then I'm brink with the blade. And I'm brinking a blink on the brink of some function. Watch how I move, cause I know the blink's coming. Watch for the blues, cause I know that they dumping. Nothing in my view, so it's hush on discussion. Hush on discussions, you know what you need to. I keep it in the band to let you know that I don't need you. Y'all cats be see-through, heading out to the east. Big king, I'm regal, got it in my abyss. Came through, dripping out the arena, I'm 6'15", kept a weapon on me. Flow make digits, I'm on my business. Stack chicken like what it's gon' be. True in the cut, hey, you want us red run when I tell a big piece. Love is love. Love is love. Hold up with it, got my back on Pippin, bitch. I'm back in kitchens with the tray. Bitch, windows tinted like how black my skin is. Scoop the shorty in it from a J. Swish, she got vision just like any women giving me the kitten. Way before the riches, nothing more to mention. I could light a block, a pot of oil, blister. Foreign on my body, that's a Gora linen. I came through driven out the arena. I'm 6'15", kept a weapon on me. Flow make digits, stack chicken like what it's gon' be. True in the cut, us red run when I tell you. Love is love. Love is love. Love is love. Love is love.
Definitely glad I took the time to add to my playlists the last few days. Definitely makes things feel a little bit more personalized as I run through these portions here, because before I was just running or playing randomized playlists, and it's still randomized right now, but these are songs I actually picked out and found and liked for the stream. So as opposed to just hearing any random thing on the playlist, these are actually songs like that I enjoy hearing. And we got about 20-23 minutes until I take my break during the stream. Around that time, we should be closing in on reaching the Volcano Manor again, as long as nothing crazy occurs during the preparation here. More often than not, things go as planned when it comes to prep, but sometimes I just get cocky with shit and shit goes wrong, and that's usually what the cause of me getting hit is. Probably what the cause of that last hit was too, honestly, because I don't practice Godskin Noble very often, because I've already done it so many times that that I just hate doing it. Like I can't even tell you how many times I tried it for the Falling Star Beast Shaw no-hit run that I did. How many times I had to get sent back to that starter stage and go through the Godskin Noble. And during that first run, Godskin Noble had a number of times where he screwed up my my no-hit run. Usually because I screwed up the hit sequence, and not usually because he outsteps the sleep pot. But that definitely happened a few times during the original run I did as well. But because I don't practice him, I guess that's why I run into situations like that last hit there where I'm like, oh, shouldn't be an issue. Swear I have the aim right, and then he backsteps. I don't think I'll have the time to actually do Godskin Noble again before the break, so that might be the thing I come back to. It might be the first thing in the stream coming back from break, which wouldn't be bad either. Because from him on is just gotta grab a weapon, make like maybe one other stop for items for later game bosses, but then at that point we're basically on the run. I don't even consider myself doing the run yet until I'm like past Godskin Noble. There's all this preparation shit's just kind of whack. Yeah, I gotta use one of these runes first. Do.
Anything else? Have a sight.
If you're ever wondering why I'm smacking the wall there, it's to pull the aggro away from the center of that walkway and towards the wall. That way they aren't likely to proc poison on me as I'm trying to make my way up the ladder.
Shit isn't flawless, put some slick shit, got you on my line, live it. I'm not careful with your feelings all the time, the way I should be. I need you to hold me down, I wanna drown in what we could be. I could be your safe space, you tug on my emotions while I'm giving you that grade A. Before we go another round, you at the melee. I could be your only fan, help me compose a new plan. I'm out of rope, girl, I'm so sick of sleeping on each other. Puzzles on the sheets, I've been story. I wanna know you together,
This is the most exciting part of the run. Those who join later are going to be super upset they missed this. Probably gonna end up switching to what is it, low hit count personal best at some point or another. If I start taking too long when it comes to getting this run, because at least that way I can show off the later portion of the run and more regularly be fighting Godfrey, Radagon, and shit like that when it comes to this, when it comes to streaming for this run. Because so far I haven't actually had them included on the stream yet for the fights, other than for practice fights. So I guess they are kind of included, but yeah, it'd be nice to establish a PB better than just reaching the Royal Capital. If I can set up like a PB like low 2 hits, 3 hits, that'd be pretty cool too. I personally prefer the reset method, but like when it comes to wanting people to watch the stream, I know for a fact they want to see like the later game boss fights and not this early game setup. So it might be more beneficial for the channel itself to actually be doing low hit PB runs, just so that I can actually be in later sections of the game more regularly, as opposed to regularly coming back to the start. I might just pick a day for that during the week, and on that day I might just have it specifically be for a low PB hit run. And I could stick to the late stream practices for every other stream, but then at least for that one day during the week, I'll just go through the whole run, just to see where I'm at consistency wise with everything, as opposed to just let's see if I can get to this point consistently. Like, let's see if I can get past this enemy consistently, and if I can't, how consistent am I with the rest of the run after taking that hit? It would be pretty decent to know as well. So really just trying to figure myself out, you know. So we're about 10 minutes away from break time. Right now, I'm about to be hitting up several merchants as soon as I reach this site of grace. And then from there, I will be able to swing over to Fort Height. I believe I have enough time for that before the typical break time. And then once those two things are done, I just have the Strength Knot and Golden Vow to grab, the Red Feather Sword Branch Talisman, and we'll be back to Volcano Manor. So it seems like Volcano Manor is more likely going to be coming during the second half of the stream tonight, for this second run here. Unless I crank out some crazy fast speeds in the next 10 minutes here. I don't want to rush too much though, because that's just a easy way to screw things up.
Celebrate, no pump fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day. Champagne, Perrier. Since 9-3, been in the box, now stepping up tone. Like straight out the sandlot, now flying on the globe. I work hard, I show love, that calm and steady grind. Got this far, I go hard, let God take control. I was starving skinny, now my weight up, got no energy. See you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam, blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Amigo beast, oh no, I don't mean go deep, I OG, oh no, I don't apply pressure, police.
What do you need? I don't want any. All done? Well,
You're a Tanakanose, that you're not then wine. I am Carl.
Kale apparently used to have a very heartfelt
Goodbye.
quest line that they apparently removed from the game. I wish they kept it in.
you're near surprised. No matter why, don't. Oh, don't.
Still metal. That pumpkin head boy, he's metal as fuck.
I'm afraid of.
Trying to go to pace at where I at least get through Fort Height before I take this break here. I've been trying to have more of a balance between video games on my off days to where I'm not just playing this, but when it comes to this RL1 no hit run, maybe I should just be like making sure I get that practice in every single off day so that when I come back here I have no chance of being rusty whatsoever on anybody. Because so far, every day that I come back to streaming, there ends up being a little bit of rust on one person or another because it's usually 2 or 3 days since I've practiced them. So if I want to actually more consistently get to later portions of the run, it's probably something I'm going to have to be better about doing. It was something I definitely did when it came to my last run, and that was a leveled attempt, but I was making I wasn't even doing like practice for that. I was just going for runs every single day when it came to that thing, but none of that was being publicly live streamed, so I feel like that was a little bit easier to pull off because at least then I could like hang out with my friends in online and chat like that. Here it's never a guarantee whether or not I'll have any chatters yet, and it's never a guarantee that my friends will be able to come by and show their support, so sometimes it's a little bit quieter, a little bit lonelier on these streams. Need that demi-human to get there. Go. Want him to get down because he blocks my ascent sometimes. It's not cool. Looks like I'll have just enough time to finish up Fort Height as long as I don't get caught here on this sledge. Well, of course, this time I get it first try. Oh shit. Definitely not what I wanted there. Need those flame arrows for 3 dudes in Stormvale, so I'm glad I at least still have 3 left. If I miss, I'm fucked. Actually, I think I only need it for 1 guy, but it's nice to have extras. Oh yeah, 1 minute to go. So yeah, I've got just enough time to stop at the site of grace that I would start from to grab the golden vow ash of war. Definitely looks like a good place to take a stop. I only got a minute left here before my typical break time. So let's move this out of my way real quick. So yeah, if you're still tuning in, we're about to go on break real quickly, about 5-10 minutes. I usually have it set to 10 minutes just so I can get you know, a quick snack in, bathroom break, all that fun stuff. I hope you stick around if you're here, and if you're just tuning in, there will be a countdown that shows when I'm coming back, and I hope you stick around for the remainder of the stream, remainder of the run at the very least. I can totally understand if I get hit and you take a leave, because you know, prep's not all too exciting, if I do say so myself. But let me just all right, yeah, so I will be right back. I hope you stick around for the remainder of the stream and the remainder of the run at the very least. I will see you shortly.
complain. Wave, yeah. Everything been straight. Wave. I'm in it for keepsake. In the field with the cleat lace. Beat fruit with the bare face and a slick tongue. That's what she say. She look good, she a big tease when she bite lip with the wink face. Hella bad when she throwing it back. She bring that my way for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average, I'm padding my stat. I gotta matter what he say. I'm the 2010 young LeBron James off the backboard, type of bad boy. Hold it down for the task force. If I run his fade, then you ask for it. Niggas cross need to laugh more. I keep it 100 on dashboard. The live show needed passport, cause the beat bounced to the cap torn. Feel like I live it fast forward, but I asked for it. Misfit, got a quick lit on a crash course from the tattered garment to the tabloid. Spoke how I live it into existence. Might be ahead of myself, but the bank account did jump up a couple figures. Feel like nobody could fuck with us. I'm a flight risk. I play among the stars in the Hollywood Hill. The space station couldn't even get in touch with me. Praise faith that I stuck with it. Wave. No, I really can't complain. Yeah. Everything been straight. I've been on the wave. When everything I say turn into the real thing. I tell her run it up, cause you know it ain't a thing. We made it out the slums with the words on the page. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. When everything I'm saying turn into the real thing. I've been living like I'm famous. Like I don't show my face, as I'm jumping on the stage. Like I'm living in a daydream. Lost in imagination. She only want me when she fake. She quick to tell me I'm a fake. She ain't told no lie, she love it when I catch my cadence. She gone off the deep end, pull up every weekend. I hate to let her down, but I'm in a fast life, so you never slowing me down. Heart rate jumping like a no sleep out. How you switch up, you always help me down. Wonder why I turn into a cold of me now. It could be worse, right? I got where I'm at without no work-life balance. You tell me that it's love, but I'm knowing that it's malice. Squad with me, God cut us from the same fabric. No, I really can't complain. Yeah. Everything been straight. I've been on the wave. When everything I say turn into the real thing. Tell them run it up, now you know it ain't a thing. We made it out of slums with the words on the page. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. Where everything I'm saying turn into the real.
All right, all right. We're back. Thank you for sticking it out. All right, yeah, so splits are correct due to the unfortunate hit we took on the Godskin Noble earlier on first attempt in the run today. But turn this music down a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just prefer when music on rotation like this, not just stuck on one genre. But hopefully you enjoyed the break music while we were away. We're gonna get right back into it. No further delays. Honestly, I might need to reset my boy, the giant over there. I might have waited a little bit too long on heading over there. There's little things I added to the stream that definitely took a good amount of time away from practice, but I'm definitely glad they were added to the the stream starting soon, the taking a quick break, and the stream ending overlay. I didn't originally have set up before I started Twitch streaming, and around day 6 or day 7, I took like 2-3 hours setting all that up, and it just feels a lot more personalized now. Although I kind of do wish there were more overlay graphic options, but you know, I did what I could there. And then I found a good picture that I felt fit the feel of the stream, or at least fit the brand of Old Kingdom Crisp. Alright, so we got that. Don't need to apply it all just now, so we'll go and grab the necklace for Raya and the talisman, and be just about on our way to Volcano Manor here. But yeah, I'm glad those got added, and I had like kind of a wonky timer going on when I did the BRBs before. It would be centered for when you were seeing the timer, but every time the timer finished, it would hit up with like we're back, and it would be always like off to the side in like the weirdest positions. So like found out that I could set that up on the actual overlay I was using, and it made things look like just way more professional. And it makes it so that I can you know, kind of hide what I'm doing back here during break. I could always just deactivate the camera, but like it's so much easier to just put an overlay on top of it and be like, all right, act like it's not there. Go about my way.
All right, things no damn used to anyway. Your bloody idea, mate.
I was gonna make a joke, but I don't know if that kind of shit will get me banned. Incredibly epic music for a not so epic moment.
Should be resting at an abandoned please. Oh yes, thank you. Could I forget? I seek store. You are very to steady such please. Brave Tarnos, are you on a volcano? Alright. Soon to have another shot at my vengeance. Want to reach that Robert Pattinson level Batman. I am vengeance. We'll get there. Music makes this horse riding scenario feel like there's more purpose. There was always a purpose, but whenever you're riding through here with just regular game music, it's just like open, desolate. Kind of feels sad in my opinion, but
That was hopeful. Is it nighttime right now? Oh shit, it is. I guess we'll never actually know if what the dog doing actually enjoyed his pork belly or not. It's a damn shame.
I've been waiting. I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me your hand. I will
Oh yeah. Alright, we're on our way back to Volcano Manor here. My shot of vengeance on the Godskin Noble for today's defeat on the earlier run. Hopefully I'm just better with that first pot and everything should go fine.
I am Tan Rias, a warrior. Perhaps will you join YX Rise with us? Interesting. Now you the drawing room, but be sure.
Who are you? And what a volcano I hope you are. Well, look no, before you can...
Might actually have to take the time to extend the splits because it shows like 3 hits on or 3 resets on things like Godskin Noble, Margit, Godric, things like that, but most of those weren't actual hits on the bosses themselves, they were hits on the way. And I do feel like that is a significant difference to notate, and it is notated on the actual splits app that I have, but I must have like a setting on to where it doesn't show that doesn't show both sections, it just shows the totals. Because I definitely have had less hits when it comes to the bosses itself. I seem to get hit by random weird things on the way to the bosses that I don't expect more than I do the bosses themselves at current. I do still have to take a trip over to Table of Lost Grace before I actually go fight the Noble again. That's a quick trip. Oh shit, what are you doing? Well, that's a new scenario. He's gonna chase me over here and... Ah, no, I've had worse. I've come out of this cutscene with this dude like 2 steps away from me before, because he doesn't actually like run into the post like I wanted to, or want him to.
You're new, no matter how you...
Alright, we should be ready to go. Take a little bit more care where I'm aiming this time, and hopefully things will go smoothly. Maybe I should leave the music in with this build like this. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, because I take that step forward, which changes the actual location of the throw. Let's pause this real quick. Alright, we're gonna go for it. Lovely. Exactly how it should go. Alright, I'm gonna get the music going again. That's probably gonna require me to switch over to the tabs because it never seems to want to play just by hitting the play button for me. Oh, don't need to be doing that. Let's touch this grace. Actually rest at it real quick while I change this over, and we'll be good. Alright. Onward. This song would work perfectly if I switched it out for one of the game boss fights, though. Oh yeah, I need to update the splits. Should have done that when I had the chance on the other tab already. I'll do that when we're actually out of the Volcano Manor. Sounded like he stopped moving there for a second, and I was gonna go forward, but yeah, he's or she or it, whatever the fuck you want to call it, still going on about there. There we go. Because I know for a fact that thing can just throw its guillotine like straight through the fucking floor of this bridge. So it's best to wait out its aggro so that don't happen. I have a bad feeling I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for the snake. Oof. This is gonna take a minute. Oh no. Hope it's not clicking the audio again. Looked over and was making some sounds when I wasn't. Worries me. Oh, there he is. I was like, where the fuck is this snake? Don't tell me he's up the stairs already. Yeah, as long as I make sure to not drop down in that cage, he's really easy to kill. I finally found out the hard way what the range of that sorcerer is. But you know, learning experience. At least that time, anyway. Some other scenarios where I get hit, I'm not really sure what I learned. I just like to call them learning situations or learning scenarios to feel better about fucking up. Love it when the music just makes sitting there seem epic. We're definitely at the point of no return at this point in the stream. Way too late to do another run. Still too early to do another oh, got distracted there. Thank you, Kenneth. Not sure what part you turned in for, but I appreciate the comment, and I appreciate the prompts there. Almost ready for Margit here, actually. About to get the weapon we're about to use for everything. And then a few more buffs left to grab. And it's just about go time.
Well, I presume you are. Oh, I am an old codger, so perhaps.
Yeah, as soon as I go through the upgrading process here, I'll be making a stop over at Fort Gale just to grab Flame Grant Me Strength and the Star Scourge Heirloom. I don't need them just yet, but I will need them if I get to Radon and on from that point. And I just like to get that shit out of the way early. Just one less thing to worry about, you know? I gotta say, like, learning no-hit routes just opens your eyes to some shit you just don't have to deal with. Because I remember coming over here for the first time trying to get Flame Grant Me Strength, like, as soon as I found out about it. And I remember this fucking night over here just constantly, like, nailing me with long-range arrows. I remember getting blasted to death by those flame spitting rolling mechanisms. Like, there's so much shit over here that'll just like fuck up your like day so quickly. And now I can just wander over here, kill like 2 dudes, and get exactly what I want. Although Lion's Claw, I'm pretty sure, is that Ash of War is something you need to kill this lion in here to get. And I haven't actually seen a no-hit method for that guy yet. Might have to make one day, because I do want to use the Guts Sword for a no-hit run for sure. Feel like that'd be fun. This I just want to get underneath my belt. I want to have an RL1 run done, and this is one of the easier methods to use to get it done, is the Serpent Hunter. All right. That's almost everything that I want to grab over here. Just so that I don't have to make another trip over here, I'm going to murder this bug as well. But as soon as that's done, we'll be making our way straight over to Margit. And if we get through Margit without an issue, I'll be swinging over to kill Old Knight Istvan. And then from there, over to over to Radahn, or over to Godric, and then Radahn. I missed. Sometimes I miss this motherfucker, and I don't like it. I don't even need this till like later in the run either. But like I said earlier, I just like to get these little things out of the way, just so that's like one less thing to worry about. And I will need this for whiffed it. I will need it for Malekith, and I may or may not need it for Radagon. It helps. I wish I knew how I'm missing. I don't want to have to do another rotation of this. I want to just go straight to Margit already. Like I said, we're already past the point of no return. I can't do another run attempt this late in the night. There we go. Yeah, we're too late in the night to do another run attempt if we fail here. Because I'm only doing about another hour, 15 minutes of streaming tonight. So if this fails at any point, I will probably do oh, what up, Ren? Didn't even know you were tuning in. You're already saying goodnight? What the hell is this? But yeah, like I was saying, it's past that point to where I can do another run. So I'll probably end up doing like some boss practice rather than pressing on with the run. Because I kind of lose the motivation to try to do a low PB hit after taking like a hit this late in the night. So at that point, I just start doing practice for the next attempt. But I'm always making these attempts. My schedule is trying to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and I've been mainly doing it 7 to 11 each of those days. Every here and there, I'll throw in an off day into that schedule just so that I get a little bit more rest, because I also do also work a full-time job. So sometimes it's a little much to manage when I'm also trying to do like things socially with human beings out in the real world, and you know, trying to actually stay keep up with my exercising and shit. But yeah, it's go time here. Gotta stop stalling. Oh shit, I actually don't need to drink that, so let's do this again.
Foul tarnished.
Come on. Just need one more hit.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must
Got him.
run in thy veins.
Woo! Alright, definitely an improvement on the night.
I
whenever he stalls that long to get that one drop stab, I always try to get a poke in between it, because if my buffs run out, there is a slight chance that when I do that last swing there, it won't be a kill shot. There's a slight chance that if you do it well timed enough that you will get the stagger there regardless whether or not it's a kill shot, but I can't really trust that so much. So I usually just go in and get that extra bit of damage to ensure that I can get the kill. So now that that's done, we're going to Old Knight Isfahan so that we can get killing a fellow Tarnished. That way we can snag Assassin's Gambit, making our trip through the capital, Stormvale, and Crumbling Farm Azula way less challenging. Just because we can sneak past most everything during that scenario. And then from there, as soon as we grab that from Bernal, we'll be running through Stormvale and making an attempt at Godric. That's all granted that this goes well here. Istvan has gotten me twice before. That is two of the hits that I've taken on this run. Or two of my resets are from this guy right here. But that hasn't happened as much ever since I stopped trying to go for when he heals. Oop, bad time. Yeah, because whenever he heals, he likes to like use that as a trap to use Gravitas, and he always gets me there. So I don't trust it anymore. So yeah, I just let him heal. It's not really like a big deal. Not a major setback or anything. He only got one. Well, he's trying to do a charge R2 on me. Feel like I almost got overzealous there and almost got hit. Ooh, he tried to trap me there too. If it wasn't for that kill shot, he probably might have got it. You may have noticed I turned the music I was playing off at this part of the stream as well. Usually I just like to have the in-game boss's music playing during each of the boss fights, and usually from this point in the stream it's short running distances and me heading straight to each boss fight, as long as I don't fuck up, that is. But with that, it gets a little bit more annoying, a little bit more tasking to just constantly pause and unpause the music whenever I feel like listening to it, and changing the music settings on this so that I don't have overlapping sounds or anything like that. But with that, actually, hold on, I need to rest here. But yeah, with that, I usually just end up staying with the game music. That way, I'm just more focused on what's going on, as opposed to possibly missing any sound effects or anything like that. I feel like it just betters my chances, especially when this part like takes way more focus. And if you don't mind just giving me one quick second here, I've got my dog being super needy here in the corner. Just gonna grab her, pet her for a quick second, show you off. Show all of you this this needy little puppy, and then I'm gonna put her over on the couch. Yeah, this little shithead here likes to wander on over to my game chair and prop herself directly below my chair, so that if I move in any way, shape, or form, she is very likely to get run over. So she forces me to, at some point or another, give her some form of attention, and I'm going to move her real quickly so I can get back to this run. Ooh. If any of you tuning in currently have the means to let me know if the mic audio starts giving any clicking sounds for you guys, I can easily fix that with a change of mic. That is a known issue that I am experiencing with either my microphone or my mixer. I'm still trying to narrow that down a little bit, but I definitely don't want you guys to just hear random clicking throughout the stream. That's not what I'm going for here. So
I took you for
help me help you.
Lay out your own.
I haven't had any issues with this these two sections ever since I've picked up or started adding Assassin's Gambit to my runs. So hopefully that's still the case here, and we get an attempt at Godric here tonight. And hopefully tonight's attempt at Godric actually goes well, unlike last night's Sunday. I think he was the one that stopped my first run, and hopefully he's not gonna be that guy here. And yeah, in case that was your first time seeing that method used there, it's mainly so that whenever I run through this area, I only get shot at by the ballista one time. Any other time, even if you're like nighttime and naked like I am, just to have light equipment load, they will spot you basically as soon as you enter the gateway, and they will start trying to fire at you. Looks like someone was trying to fire at me all the way from back there still, but yeah, like that's how far their aggro goes in that area. And so normally the method is to use the bow, strike one of the ballistae shooters, and wait until a certain sequence in their strikes to finally run for it. But that comes with way more risks than this method. This method, I just have to go and kill Old Knight Isfan. The other method has to do with like basically perfect timing, and then like you running at a very, very specific angle. And if you're not going at that angle, you're running straight on with the ballistae, and they're gonna shoot you in the chest. It's killed 2 or 3 at least of my runs on previous attempts. It hasn't really happened when it comes to this run that I'm going for now. A lot of methods that I've been using have changed quite a bit since my first no-hit run in Elden Ring. And to anyone tuning in on YouTube, my first no-hit run is listed there. Should be like one of the main videos on my channel. And if you're curious and you're watching it on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, I should have my YouTube linked if you want to check that video out. It was me using the Falling Star Beast Shot, and yeah, it went start to finish for an any % run like this one, and beat the game without getting hit. Was pretty proud of that moment. My little video game achievement. And with that, the rest of getting through Stormveil should be pretty easy. Granted, everything goes well with Godric. And yeah, applying Assassin's Gambit here makes it so that most of the crossbow shooters over there on the perch don't notice me, and so when I'm making the stairwell this time around, I'm not getting shot or having a ton of flame pods thrown at me when normally you would. The method for running through is exactly the same, except for you're not partially invisible, and so everyone's kind of noticing you as you're like making your way through. So as you're usually going through the stairwell, you have to turn your back to make sure that you're not gonna get shot. Unless you're just trying to get through and not doing something crazy like a no-hit run, then you'll be fine. You can just take an arrow to the back. It's cool. Alright. So yeah, I did a practice run, or a practice attempt on Godric right before I started today's runs, and that went well, and usually I feel pretty good against Godric, but there's always a chance that anxiety gets the best of me, or I just kind of choke. But here's hoping I actually make it through, because I'd like to make an attempt at the capital city tonight. Come on. It's gonna slow creep on me. Shit, bro. I don't like the spacing. Shit. Woo. No fucking way, dude. Oh my god. I literally just did that dodge earlier in the fight. He did everything he could to basically stall out that fight. I usually look for that opening or an opening where he slams his axe down. The run's dead. And like I said, we're past the point of no return, so I'm gonna do a quick practice run on him, but like I literally just did that dodge, and exactly like it got me the night before, I just get a little overzealous. I know exactly what I want to do after the fact, after the dodge, but I need to time the dodge correctly so that I can get that attack in, and like I'm fucking caving, and it's pissing me off. That is personally not a hard dodge in my opinion, but somehow I crapped out. And that's the other opening, like, the main opening I look for, that one right there. But, like, anytime I come up in, like, in a live run, he does not give me that shit. He does everything in his power not to give me that attack anytime I'm doing an actual run. And so I have to play out, like, almost every single attack in his repertoire before I can get him to a second phase. And I know each one of his attacks. But because I know that one, and I feel like I know it so well, I'm like, alright, I just gotta like dodge in right here, right now. And I fucking mistime it. And this happens. Run ends. Alright, well, update the split to show a hit on Margit. Or Godric. Again. Very upsetting. So it shows 6 hits there currently, and 4 of them are actually from the boss. And that is the highest hit counter from a boss on the run so far. Our highest reset counter on a boss on this hit so far. So I keep running into this scenario where I get to Godric in the live run and he shuts me down, and it's depressing because Radahn I'm pretty good with. What is it? We're at the point in the stream where, like I said, we're past the point of no return, so I might as well do some boss practice here late for the stream, so I can show you where I stand with the rest of the bosses on this run, rather than just quitting out. Plus, it probably would benefit me to add, or to make sure I practice these guys again real quick. So yeah, we'll go in for Radahn here real quick. I just seem to, like, yeah, it's just a little upsetting because I keep ending up getting like some pretty poor RNG when I when I walk into Godric's door. He wants to give me everything other than the that one attack that I want. And that just provides more opportunity for my run to come to a halt. But that's twice in the last 2 streams where he's gotten me with that same move, and it's because I'm dodging too early, because I know if I dodge in there and I roll into it, I can be in place for a charge R2, and that's pretty key for getting him done with early. I think I would have only needed like 1 or 2 more pokes to actually just start the second phase regularly with the weapon, but anyways, I'm always looking for like that easier method, that more likely method of success. But yeah, to be perfectly honest, no, that hit definitely drained my spirits a bit. Like, trying to get some practice attempts in here just so that like I'm not cutting out early on my stream again. But at the same time, like, I don't want to just be like trying to fill space. More often than not, when I do a like when runs fail out for the night and I come to do a practice run on Radon, it's usually a first try affair, and I wish that was always the case with the rest of these bosses. Like, damn, like this is why I come in feeling like I can definitely get to Capital City, and then I end up busting out. Overconfidence. Morgat, I feel, is a pretty easy fight. Goldfree's kind of a pain in the butt of a fight, but it's more so just because it drags on while you wait for specific openings. And it's not too entertaining, if I'm being personally honest, looking or waiting for those opportunities, because you're not sitting in close range dodging everything. You're standing back, kind of like the rest of these fights, waiting for the right chance to strike and then getting in there. Some people don't like that, some people do. I think it's strategic, and it's definitely one of the better methods when you're going for a no-hit run like this, but might not also be the most entertaining when you're just looking at that fight specifically. Let's do some Fire Giant, and then I will end up cutting out the stream early. Cause yeah, like I said, as I went for that Radon attempt there, like, you get later in the stream and you're really hoping that you're gonna get farther this time, and it's looking good based on where you're at. Godric, you're at least like an hour and a half into the run, and the run's typically 2.5 hours, 3 hours, so you're basically halfway through, if not a little bit more so, depending on like what you need to grab for later prepper, or like if you got all your preparation out of the way early like I tend to, or if you have anything else to grab later, you might end up having to add some time. But like I've stated, I usually make sure to grab all that shit out of the way early, and that makes it so that I can just run through the rest of the bosses as soon as I get to that point. But yeah, I don't know if it's just because I keep slacking on practice the day in between, or if it's just because I'm like getting anxious and like choking mid-fight, but definitely capable of doing Godric. I just did a clean attempt of it just shortly after that, if you missed out on that, after I got hit by it. But yeah, it was another end to my run today. I will be making more attempts, as I do every week, either on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday. We're going to go for this last boss here until we get a good one. And then on that note, we will be calling it a night. Let's redo that. I shouldn't have got the third hit there to be a critical hit, because now the first hit that I do is going to be a stagger, and I usually like to get a few more hits in before the stagger so that I can ensure the kill. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's why. But surprisingly, he went in for that follow-up that he usually doesn't go for. So still ended up with a first try victory here. I can get a first try on Fire Giant today, but Godric? No. Oh, buddy. Yeah, not gonna lie, that definitely is an upset, especially with how those two later game bosses just went first try. Dawn is literally the next fight after Godric, and then I would have had to make it through Goldfree and Morgott while also like avoiding a bunch of like excess bullshit in the capital, but I've worked out a route for the excess bullshit in the capital, and I have been practicing Goldfree regularly, but Morgott not so much, because his fight, or his moveset's relatively the same as Margit's, and the opening that I'm looking for is pretty much the same, so I don't really practice him when it comes to this no-hit run shit, but if I get to there and first time I get to Morgott, I come in, and if I crash, that'll be a clear sign. But for some reason, Godric just keeps putting me in check. And I'm hoping next day's stream will be the end of that. Because I kind of had a similar situation with Fire Giant when it came to my first no-hit run, and it was like a streak of just failures on him. But then once I finally like had that first success in the run, even though I did technically have one for success past Godric already, but as soon as I got through that bad hump, like it was shortly after that I actually got the run. So hopefully I can get over like whatever anxiety or just like it must be anxiety because I'm literally just like heart's racing at that moment, and I'm just like I know exactly what I need to do, but I'm missing the opportunity just by like dodging a little bit too soon. Just gotta get that in check, and I'm sure that these runs will be getting pretty regularly to Capital City from here on out. So I'll use this a little bit of extra time to probably relax a little bit, and then probably practice some more bosses off stream. If you guys actually enjoy watching me do practice for bosses whenever hit goes wrong or whenever a run goes wrong, please let me know, and I will happily stay on stream and do that from now on for the remainder of my stream time, and I will actually take the time to practice runs during there. But right now it's just I'm a little drained after those hits, and especially after those few little practice attempts after the fact went, because everything went smoothly as soon as it didn't count. So like it's got me a little upset, but I'll definitely be coming in next stream as hopeful as usual. I come in every day with a little bit more, or with that determination that I can get to at the very least the capital, and I know I can. So I'm gonna keep coming in hopeful like that and keep up with that pace with these attempts, and I'm sure sooner or later I will get this run. For those of you who have stuck it out with me, thank you so much. I do appreciate you being here. Every little view helps as I'm trying to start up my streaming, and yeah, with so many available stream options you have for you to be here, it just means a lot to me. And I hope to see you guys again when I make another attempt on Thursday night. But for right now, I'm going to end the stream a bit early again, as the runs have gotten worked out today. And yeah, I'm just gonna take it as an early night and use that as an opportunity to rest and reflect on where I need to improve here. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again. Have a nice night.
can't complain. Wave. Everything is straight. Wave. I'm in it for keepsake. In the field with the cleat lace. Beat freak with the bare face and a slick tongue, that's what she say. She look good, she a big tease when she bite lip with the wink face. Hella bad when she throwing it back. She bring that my way for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average, I padded my stats. I gotta matter what he say. I'm the 2010 young LeBron James off the bat boy, type of bad boy. Hold it down for the task force. If I run his fade, then you ask for it. Niggas cross need to laugh more. I keep it 100 on dashboard. The live show needed passport, cause the beat bounced to the cap torn. Feel like I live it fast forward, but I asked for it. Misfit, got a quick lit on a crash course from the tattered garment to the tabloid. Spoke how I live it into existence. Might be ahead of myself, but the bank account did jump up a couple figures. But like nobody could fuck with us. I'm a flight risk. I play among the stars in the Hollywood Hill, the space station couldn't even get in touch with me. Praise faith that I stuck with it. Wave. No, I really can't complain. Everything is straight. I've been on a wave where everything I say turn into the real thing. I tell her run it up, cause you know it ain't a thing. We made it out the slums, the words on the page. Everything is straight. I've been on a wave where everything I'm saying turn into the real thing. I've been living like I'm famous. Like I don't show my face as I'm jumping on the stage. Like I'm living in a daydream. Lost in imagination. She only want me when she fake. She quick to tell me I'm a fake. She ain't told no lie, she love it when I catch my cadence. She gone off the deep end, pull up every weekend. I hate to let her down, but I'm in a fast life, so you never slowing me down. Hard rage, I could not get no sleep out. How you switch up, you always tell me down. Wonder why I turn into a cold of me now. It could be worse, right? I got where I'm at without no work-life balance. You tell me that it's love, but I'm knowing that it's malice.